Hello everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. So the recipe I'm going to be making today is a quick and easy meal that's great for someone who's away at college or university, or maybe for seniors who don't want to make too much at once. But having said that, this recipe is absolutely delicious. It's a great comfort food, and you can also multiply the amounts if you need to make it for more people. And I do have my first cookbook available on Amazon. Okay, so let's get right to making the recipe on today's video. Using a large frying pan, turn the heat on medium-high. Then place a half a pound of lean ground beef into the frying pan. And I sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper over the top of that, probably about 1/4 teaspoon each. And break the ground beef up into small pieces. And continue to fry it until there's no more pink. Meanwhile, you'll take out a medium-sized saucepan, add some water to it, and maybe sprinkle a little salt, place it on medium-high, get that water starting to boil, and we just might be doing a little multitasking here. Continue frying the beef and stirring it once in a while. Place some linguine pasta into the hot boiling water. Cook enough of the pasta for 2 people and according to the package directions. Don't overcook it. It should be slightly firm still. Once your beef has been fried up to the point where it has no more pink in it and it's slightly golden, then place it into a bowl and use the same frying pan. Then we'll go ahead and melt about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. You'll probably already have this done ahead of time, but chop half of an onion and 1 large clove of garlic. I coarsely chop a sweet onion, but for the garlic, I finely chop it. And yes, you do want to have this chopped up before you start melting your butter. And like I said, it's about 1.5 tablespoons of butter into the frying pan. You melt that, then add the onions and the garlic and saute them. And this will only take a couple of minutes, and then you'll need to set it aside, and we're going to go ahead and make some of the sauce so that it's ready to pour in when we're ready for it. Pour 1 1/4 cups of beef broth into a large measuring cup. Add half of one of these chicken cubes. Now half a teaspoon of soy sauce. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And also half a teaspoon of onion powder. Add 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme. And 1/4 teaspoon of dried mustard, just to add a little zap. Now then we'll add 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And I just simply pour that into the measuring cup until it reaches a generous 1.5 cups. And give that a good stir, set it aside until you're ready to use it. Now back to the sauteed onions and garlic. Place that back over the stove. Add a good tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons of flour. Now slowly pour in your cream sauce and stir it constantly while you're doing that. Once this heats up and starts to steam pretty good, turn your heat down low and let it simmer. And it should reduce a little bit and thicken up, so that'll take probably about 5 to 6 minutes for this amount. Okay, it's looking pretty good here, so I think I'll go ahead and add 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. I use mild cheddar cheese. You stir that in and you can see how the cheese starts to melt in the nice hot sauce. And it gets a little bit stringy, and just when you think it couldn't get any better, add half a can of cream of mushroom soup. And I just saved the other half of the mushroom soup in a little container in the fridge and use it for soup later. Now this looks like it's thickened up quite nicely, so once it's like this, you go ahead and add the cooked beef back to the sauce and stir that in. Once the meat has been well combined and coated well, we'll go ahead and serve some of this up. This really smells good. It has a warm and comforting fragrance. And it tastes pretty comforting too. What do you think? Does it look and sound like something that you would enjoy? You know, if you really like mushrooms, you could fry some mushrooms and put in this as well. So thank you for watching today's video. Thanks for your subscriptions, thanks for your comments, and for your thumbs up. And go ahead and make this, and until next time, happy eating.